Hi everyone, a very good morning to all of you. Today we are finally starting our practical lab series with respect to AWS, and we will be keep learning like how we can deploy the virtual machine, how we can configure the EC2 instances, how the default VPC works, as well as how custom VPC is going to work. That kind of a series we are going to start today, and we will learn end to end how this EC2 instance deployments can be done, and it can be accessible by multiple tools. That approach we are going to see, and there are multiple ways you can do it. I will tell you whole path and flow, wherever the deployment you have done is, you need to just follow whatever I am telling onto the screen. On that way you can do it. This complete configuration. First lecture, as part of initial understanding what you need to do it, you need to deploy one EC2 instance within one specific region. Okay, and from there we are going to showcase you how it is going to be done. So as of now, the first stage, what we are going to do it, we are going to have it the EC2 instances on the root user. As of now, I'm not talking about IAM user, what all permissions is required. That I'm not going to talk it as of now. As of now, just you understand that it is a raw kind of a configuration which you are going to the person who is completely new into the AWS. So you might have seen my screen over here. That I already logged into my AWS EC2 AWS server, and if I can go over here, this is the console of home where you can find number of services related to my component available over there. Okay, now what I need to do it, I need to first set up one virtual server into the cloud. That is the first use case I need to do it. So for virtual servers which is offering, it is getting offered by EC2 instance. Theoretical part, what is actually EC2 instance, that you can read it in another AWS tutorial video. There also I have mentioned the theoretical part, but this is for the people who actually wants to see the lab implementation directly. So if you can see over here as of now, or I can do one more thing. Let me log out from this here, and I can show you the complete instance from the first step. So this is your complete console. Okay, this is your first console where you are available the AWS management, like signing to the console. Okay, once I will sign in, it will ask me two parameters. One is the root user as well as the IAM user, and I want to get it as a root user. This will take my some credentials, auto default password. So once that part is done, it is actually getting into the dashboard window. For the people who are completely new, who is like the first time who is creating the AWS account, for them I will tell you that you need to first check in your billing section how to configure the services. Now let's go for to the EC2 instance. Here I will be going to EC2 instance. This is the EC2 instance window, and over here I will be clicking on launch an instance. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to do is I like trying to create a EC2 instance in this area. So basically it asks for the name. So let me giving it as a name as like hyphen first hyphen. I can make it more zoom in so it can be more visible to people over the call. So this is the one, Ranjit hyphen first hyphen instance I have given, right? Now basically my first scenario is that like I want to deploy a Linux based operating system. I don't want to choose anyone. So I will go over, click on the browse more AMI. There are multiple AMIs are available related to the Linux. Okay, it can be Amazon Linux, it can be any, right? As well as I can having some more into the list. For example, if I want to choose from here, will be Linux, Amazon CentOS, Debian, Fedora, many are there. But for this session, like we just want to check whether things are working fine or not. So I will just check, I will take Amazon Linux as an EC2. Okay. Now, once the EC2 instance have been selected, then there is an option called EC2 instance types. Different types of type is available over the EC2 instance. What exactly it means? Like, okay, what kind of a RAM it should be? It could be the CPU side as well as the hardware, whatever hardware you are going to choose. So if you choose over here, there are multiple type of EC2 instance types are available. So right now, with this particular scenario, I will be going with the very layman or very lower bandwidth of storage. This is the T2.micro, which having a RAM of 1 GB. That's all. So what I'll do, I'll just click on select instance type, and I have chosen the configuration. Okay. Now, definitely when we create an EC2 instance into the AWS account, what will happen? It will actually ask like, okay, how you are want to log in. For login in, there are few options to log in it, but as completely new, you need to create a new KPI. Okay, create a new case. So I'll just give it as a name like first server key pair. First server keep it. I'm just giving this name, and you need to keep this file with you as a save file, and then it will be downloaded in your local system. When I click on create key pair, what is going to be happen? It will be downloaded over here. It should be available into the system, right? So what we did, first part we given the name, right? Second part we have picked up the AMI, whatever we want to deploy, and third part we have chosen the instance type that I want to deploy. Now furtherly, what is the next step you need to do it? Now you need to create a network setting. Okay, as of now we have none of the custom VPC we don't want to use this. We want whatever by default as a fresh when you create the first time the account that is coming in, that we are going to choose it. So for the first time I am getting it the default as of now. Okay, so I have chosen the default VPC. Under default VPC there are three type of subnet: subnet 1A, subnet 1B, subnet 1B, and subnet 1C. Right, availability is only different type of logs labs which is actually available in the Mumbai region. So these are three types of subnets are available. So what is happening? I will be taking a subnet called 1A. So this is I have chosen. Now another one I have chosen, what is the auto assign? Like whether you want to expose your public IP or not in your component, whether you want to do it. So definitely I want to choose the auto assign IP is to be enabled. Now, another component which is very important as part of AWS, which you need to understand, that it is asking like, okay, whether you want these security groups. What is actually security group? It is basically allowing some set of ports and protocols which actually let you to access your EC2 instance or any kind of port which we are going to talk it about. So basically, what I will do, it is telling that create an security group as well as select the existing security group. So basically, what is my need? As I am the first time who is actually creating this environment, so I will be go with the create security group, right? Why I'm creating it? Because as of now, I'm completely fresh person and I want to understand. So I'll just give it as a name, Ranjit hyphen security hyphen group. Okay, Ranjit hyphen security hyphen group. So this is the one thing which I have mentioned. You just need to follow whatever I'm doing on the screen. You are able to launch your first EC2 instance on your local system. Okay, this is the one thing. Description, I just want to mention it that okay, this is the security group. This is the security group which allow me allow me to access the SSH component. Okay, SSH component. Right, this is the security group which allow me to access the SSH component. That's all I want to do it. As of now, I don't want to put anything default. I want everything to be customized by my end, right? When after that this part is done, I have put in the description. Then in this section it is asking for the configure storage. At that point I don't want to add anything storage. By default it is taking 8 GB. That is my instance storage which is available into this system, right? Rest of the advanced details as of now it is not required, which I am going to talk about in another video itself. Okay, once everything is done, what I need to do it, I just need to click on launch instance. After clicking launch instance, what is going to be happen? It will initiate the instance over here. Okay, if you go over here and then you will see, okay, this many set of parameter have been started and it is starting as a pending state. These also need to be came into the running state, then only it is accessible to the component. So meantime, what we need to do it, might have noticed there is a point where I have mentioned I have deleted one of the default security group. Now, as of now, this is the SSH box, right? This is something a Linux box. So to access the Linux box, what we need to do it, we need to add the port and protocol on which this Linux box server can be accessible. So how you can do it? You just need follow to add some of the rules over there. So basically, what you are going to do it, you have to go to over here this section security, right? You might have noticed this is the security group I have created. This is the Ranjit security group, right? What I need to do it, you go inside it, get into this particular security group, and then what is over there, you have to click on edit inbound. As of now, if you have seen, there is none of the edit inbound rule is available on this screen. Okay, visible for both of the position, it is not available. Now what is happening? Now I will do one thing, click on add rule. This is one of the very important portfolio where you need to understand the security group management, whatever the roles and whatever the ports and protocols you need to add it. Now, I have mentioned that, okay, I need to access it via SSH, right? Because this is the Linux box. Okay, so what I will do, I'll add SSH. You see, protocol have been chosen TCP port is 722. Okay, and source it is custom. Okay, source it is custom, but as I already told, this is for the complete beginner who is for the first time seeing the AWS cloud. So what we need to choose is anywhere. Generally, this is not the recommend approach. We should always choose my IP, and I will tell you also how you can configure in my IP. But as of now, for an initial start, I will be telling it that okay, 00, it can be accessible anywhere. Okay, and I'll just keeping a description that this is the Linux server which need to be accessed from the server, from the local box. I will say from the local box. This is the description I have created it, and I just put it as save rules. So what happened? I have provided the path to my box that okay, it should be connect from anywhere if I want to do. Fine. This part is done. Now click on EC2 instance and go on running it. As of now, if you see this complete running server, it is showing it that you already getting a public IP, you already having a public private IP checks is available, and the status check is also available. Now you need to understand there are multiple ways to connect to the server. One way is you can connect via AWS console only. That is also one way, but you don't find it very handy because you definitely need to upload the file, you need to copy the file, many things you need to do it. But in that particular scenario, what is the best approach you need to do it? You should be having some kind of a third-party application which can give you an access. But before getting also to the third-party access, what else you can cross-check? Definitely now you know that okay, this is the Linux box. Definitely you need a user detail, right? Definitely you need what user I can need to be access over there. So how you can get that user detail? For example, what I need to do it, I just need to select on the instance. This is the instance available, and what I need to do is I just need to click on connect. Okay, once I'll do a connect, this is the window it is going to be available, and once I'll click on EC2 instance connect, what is going to be happen, it will give me the details of my username. Okay, and what is my username? That is my EC2 hyphen user. What is my username? EC2 hyphen user. This is the same user you are going to use it for your integration or communication with the server. Okay, actually this is one cross check to see that whether you are able to connect or not. Okay, this is one more cross check which you can able to do it, and there are similarly way multiple parameters are there which we can talk one by one. But as of now, for us is to just check that what is the public IP address available, and then what is the user. Pretty much clear this part. So once this is available, what is the next step? Now, one way that you can just click on connect and click on connect over here. Okay, so what will happen? It will just automatically launch your EC2 instance over this screen. Whatever the EC2 instance it is over, it is showing that okay, your Amazon Linux is running fine. Sudo su, if I can type it, what will happen? It is actually showing me that your this particular thing is showing correctly. Okay, and I can just check what is the version, or can just check what is the OS and all. It will give me the details. Okay, that okay, this is the Linux version and this is the whole cluster information I can get it. But my need is not this much only. The reason why, because definitely I want to copy the files, definitely I want to move the files here and there, and definitely I want to perform some actions on the Linux also. So in that particular scenario, what is the thing I am going to do it? I need to actually figure out some another way, okay, to access this server. So in that particular way, what is the tools? So there are multiple set of tools. The first tool, very basic tool, is your putty. I can just type the name over here. One is putty. Okay, this will you can able to access it. Okay, this will also help you to access it. Another tool which you have available, that is the Mobaxterm tool. Okay, this also can help you to access. Another tool is M Remote NG tool. This also can help you to access. Okay, and after that another tool is Bitwise. So there are multiple type of tools is actually available which can help you to access these servers. So basically, as of now, what we as part of this session, what we want to do it, we want to learn how to use Mobaxterm to accessing any server, because we have .pem files available with us, right? How to access with putty, that we will see in a different section. But as of now, what you need to do it, you just need to access it via Mobaxterm. Fine. Now, definitely the another question is that okay, from where I will get the file. So for that, what you need to do it, you need to just go over here and just search for download Mobaxterm for Windows. This is the thing you need to search it, download Mobaxterm for Windows, and you can search over here and you will be find two edition. One is the home edition, one is the installer edition. Just what you need to do it, you just need to click on home edition. I have already this file with my local, so I'm not going to download it as of now because it will be again duplicate. So it is freely edition which is going to be available onto your window. It will be a zip format. You need to make it this zip is unzip and just execute this one. So once you have this complete file installed, after that what you need to do it, that is actually important to understand. Okay. So for example, think of this file is already downloaded me and now I will be accessing the server. Okay. So what is going to be happen? So this is the Mobaxterm scheme. Okay. This is basically the Mobaxterm scheme, how it is going to look in after you accessing the EC2 instance or after before launching the EC2. Fine. Now what I need to do it, I need to make a SSH connection now from here where it is installed in my local, from here to access it to the cloud. Okay, so what I will do, I will click on session. Okay, this is the one. I will click on session and there are the protocols I have seen in it right now. For me, the protocol which is available, that is the SSH, right? Because I want to make a SSH communication which I have already an EC2 instance available there. Okay, so what I will do, I will just go over the cloud wherever I have and I will search for the IP. So you need to follow each and every detail step, then only you will be go correctly. Okay. Now what will happen? I have taken the IP, okay, and now again go back to this one, specific host. So here I have taken my IP. Fine. Now it is asking for the username, right? The username, what username? By default, the people who already completed the lectures related to Linux, they might be knowing it that okay, the user generally in the Linux it is root user, but for this AWS there will be a difference. So what you need to do it, you need to go again, click on connect, and then from here you can just take the username whatever. So it is the EC2-user, and you can copy it over here and paste it in this particular window, EC2-user. See why I'm talking about this username again and again, because for Ubuntu the username will be Ubuntu, for sometimes CentOS it is CentOS, so different type of naming convention will be different and you might not be able to connect at that front. Okay, now once that part is done, then what you need to choose it, now click on advanced SSH setting. Remember this thing, you need to connect on advanced SSH setting. After that, once advanced SSH setting is available, you need to select on use private key. This parameter you need to choose is to reach to this server, because this is a key which is available in your local also, and AWS also have the same key. So after that, what is going to be happen? You need to select over from the local. Remember, we have downloaded the key while creating the EC2 instance. So at the same time, it is available here for server.Keep. Okay. Then I just pass open. Okay, and it automatically picked up from my system. Okay, this part is it. Then what is I do? Just click on OK. What it will do, it will automatically check the keys whether whatever you have pasted it is available correctly or not. Then once I click on accept, what is going, it will authenticate and it will open the browser over here, right? And then what I'll do, I'll just change my user, sudo space su. So this tutorial, people who is completely new to AWS, completely new to Linux, they can able to understand, and just click on sudo su. So what it will happen, it will just give me a detail that okay, this is the Linux box. Now for example, I want to check what is this OS, so I'll just type a command cat etc os-release, and what is going to happen, this is the version related to my Amazon Linux is available, and you can perform multiple action. For example, if I can just want to check the firewall, so I can just custom status firewall D, and I can just check whether this come up. For example, we have not installed this firewall as of now, so you are not getting it. So basically, what was the main funda for this particular class, that where you need to access your EC2 instances using a third-party tool that is called Mobaxterm, and within Mobaxterm using the .pem key file. We have used .pem file for accessing our EC2 instance. Okay, Hope so. This is the first practical implementation of lab where we have just opted the real-time scenario, how this accessing of servers is happening, how this can be accessible apart from the AWS cloud, how this all components. So you need to just follow the same approach and you can able to do the complete configuration. If you face any issue while doing the installation or any such issue, please do drop into the comment section. I will check it out and revert it back on the same. Okay. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please continue watching it so you will get more learnings on the side of the AWS. Okay. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.